Hey guys, kind of a depressing video for you today because I'm out here in the Colorado Rocky Mountains with a brand new Daihatsu Rocky we bought yesterday, in fact. And I was supposed to do a really cool video with Nathan, who brought his Samurai up here. It's going to be an old versus old off-road comparison. Everyone wanted to see it. It was going to be amazing. But if you pan this way, you'll notice the Rocky is lined up with a trailer in case, because I had to be rescued. Right as I was coming up over the hill to the trail, I hit some really bad washboard, and then it started leaking gas like a sieve, is the only way to describe it. So someone at some point had put an aftermarket fuel pump in this car. I talked about it in the last video, and it hums and whines and makes all sorts of bad noises, and I think they did a really bad job installing it. It's like a little inline filter. And as soon as I hit this really bad washboard, I think it knocked something loose. And not only is the fuel pump making funny noises now, but it's just gushing gas out the bottom, I think right at the fixture with the rubber hose. So got to tow it back down to our offices. We're going to get it all fixed up. Have a couple of other small things addressed. So we need to fix the wiper here. See that? Wiper arm is broken. We got a new one of those. It's going in for an oil change. It's going to have a just a general kind of once over to make sure nothing else is going to fail us. But yeah, really bummed because in the previous video I said look how cool this car is, they're super reliable, you can drive them anywhere in the world, and then 30 miles from our offices it decides to start leaking gas. But that's not so much the Rocky's fault, that's the crummy aftermarket fuel filter. Ian, I want to show you this. Listen to how loud this, sorry, not fuel filter, fuel pump. Listen to how loud this fuel pump is. So kind of point the camera over here by the wheel and I'm going to start it up. Do you hear that? That is ridiculous. It's louder than the engine itself, that high-pitched whine. So let's see if we can see the fuel coming out. Case is dove under there. Do you see anything, Case?
Not yet. But I can feel the vibration from the pump through these hard lines. It's unbelievable. That has to be a super cheap unit.
Yeah, as soon as I hit those washboards, I mean, we turned it off right away. Like, this thing was just dumping fuel, and I wonder if, like, it's cooled down and the line is sealed back up, but yeah, it's not even worth messing with any kind of leaking fuel, especially when you're out in a forest like this. So, we're gonna do the safe thing, load it up on the trailer, drag it down to Boulder, unload it, get it to our mechanic, Toby over at German Auto, even though this is not a German or really an auto, it's more of a truck, but Kate, you want to guide me on the trailer?
Yeah, let's do it. Shouldn't take too much guiding. We're pretty lined up. Oh yeah. That's the power to get up a trailer ramp. It's impressive. Looking good in terms of side to side.
Alright, so stay tuned because I promise we're going to get this thing off-road. It's literally right there. That's where we're supposed to be going, but it's not worth tempting fate and potentially causing a fire. So we're doing the safe thing, bringing her home, getting her fixed, getting her checked out, and then as soon as we can, we'll get this back up here with Nathan Samurai and do a proper shootout. But be sure to stay tuned because we still have a really cool Samurai alone video we did with Nathan. Case has something to say. He's pointing.
I wanted to ask, how are you liking your purchase so far?
Well, I feel stupid because in the previous video I'm like, they're bulletproof, they're beautifully made, and look at it, one day in, already on a trailer. I promise you though, it's that aftermarket horrible fuel pump. So the little guy runs great, running brilliantly, apart from the gas gushing out, but that's something we'll address. Anyways, guys, check out TFL Car and TFLTruck.com for the latest and greatest in new car and Daihatsu Rocky reviews. We'll get you on the road, buddy, I promise.